Who's asking the question?
Well, Jaren,
Everybody
will.
will.
They'll come from everywhere. Jaren, what's it been like these first 2 games for you, just getting the taste of college football?
It's been great. It's an out-of-world experience. Nothing like I've ever had before, and I've just had a great time soaking it all in.
We didn't really get a chance to talk to you about your discussion to come to Oklahoma. What was that like, and is it everything you thought it would be when you flipped from Clemson?
Yeah, 100%. I'd say one of the biggest pulling factors obviously was Coach Venables, and the energy and the connection I had with him, and it's like I said, one of the bigger reasons I came here, and along with the other staff, Coach Chavish, Coach Bates, I really had a great connection with those guys, and coming here with them it's been super comfortable, great transition. I've had a great time.
Is that a difficult process, having to tell Coach Sweeney and the staff at Clemson, hey, I'm going to go with Coach BB?
Yeah, I think decommitting from any type of school that you've been committed to and giving a verbal commitment to isn't an easy process, but especially with something like that in the situation, the way it took place was a little bit more difficult than usual, but just with God's guidance I was able to get through it.
Did people tell you that was unique what you were doing or wanting to do?
I don't know. I mean, it's
like most recruits don't do this kind of thing.
I don't know. I'd say it was pretty similar to any type of recruit, just kind of doing what they think is best for them, and it might have a little more hurdles in the way, but other than that,
It fit you, your personality, what you wanted to do. Is that simple as that?
Yeah, pretty much. I love the type of guy that Coach Venables was, the energy he brings, and that's in the end that's the guy I wanted to play for. And there's a lot of other reasons that I don't really need to get into, but for the most part, just to keep it simple, it was my decision, and that's why my family and I thought was best for me.
On the flip side, what was Coach Venables' reaction like when you told him you were coming to Oklahoma?
Obviously he's a man of his word, and originally he had given his word to Sweeney that he wasn't going to try and poach anybody from Clemson, and he stuck with that, and he told me, like, I don't want you coming here if Sweeney's not okay with it. And it's just like he was had a lot of integrity with it and wanted to stay true to his word to Sweeney, a man that he's looked up to and learned from for a lot of years. So I guess that might have made it a little more difficult, just to try and convince Sweeney that this is what I want to do, it's what's best for me. But once Sweeney had given the okay, obviously Coach Venables was more than happy to take me, I think.
For a kid from small town Kansas, how electric is the game day atmosphere at Owen Field? As you felt the first 2 times you run out there?
That's incredible. I mean, that's what all the kids look up to, and that's their dream is to play under lights like that, and it's just like you said, electric and a crazy experience. You get the chills, you get the adrenaline. It's awesome.
You played quite a bit of offense in high school. Have you lobbied to get a couple Wildcat packages?
I'm kind of, as a freshman right now, my old high school coach used to say as a freshman you kind of need to be seen and not heard. So I haven't really tried to put too much voice into that, but obviously there's a lot to focus on defense right now, so I'm a little more focused on that and that transition.
Is your head still swimming a little bit as a freshman?
Oh yeah,
defensive packages they put in every week, that kind of thing.
No doubt. I think any freshman would, and especially me coming from being more of an offensive-minded type of guy. It's been a little crazy, but it's just something you got to adapt to.
Do you feel comfortable inside at linebacker now?
Yes, sir. I mean, with the coaches and the amount of pressure they put on us, and the amount of they coach us hard, so when that happens, when we get to game day, everything seems to slow down a little bit, and so it gets easier every single day, I'd say.
Talk about your relationship with Danny Stutzman. I know he's kind of taking you under his wing, and you guys, at least on social media, seem to have a really unique connection.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we're in lifting groups, me and Danny are lifting partners, so we like to push each other in that way. But other than that, just outside of football, he's a great guy that I've looked up to a lot, and he's kind of shown me the ropes a little bit, and like you said, put me under his wing a little bit. So it's been awesome. Oh, definitely me. Not even close.
Jaren, going back to your relationship with Brent, was there a particular moment in your recruitment, whether it was at Clemson or something like that, that really kind of endeared him to you and made you realize that he wanted you?
I mean, I'd say there was a lot of moments. I don't know if there's anything specific, but there was a lot of things that connected us that I really liked about him, and it's just, I don't know if I could hone it on a specific one, but there was a time that I just knew, like, this is the guy that I want to play for.
What part of your game has really developed the most since you've been here at Oklahoma?
Kind of what I was touching on earlier, probably the mental aspect has developed the most, coming from, like I said, being an offensive-minded guy and learning the ropes on defense. It's probably the most improved, but other than that, it's the physical changes of being defensive players, that kind of stuff has also gotten better.
How much did the Kansas connection help you bond with Coach Venables when he was recruiting?
Yeah, for sure. Kind of like that's what I was thinking of when I was answering his questions. That's just one of those things. Being his hometown, or not his home, where he grew up, is about an hour away from where I'm from. So there's a cool connection there, and a unique connection, I'd say. There's not a ton of guys here from Kansas, but it's me and him are from right there in Western Kansas. He knows that tough Western Kansas type of vibe. So.
Jaren, how valuable is it to have guys like David, Shane, Deshaun, who can really teach you some things as well? Just how valuable is it to have those guys around you?
Incredibly valuable. I'm super grateful for those guys, and those are some guys that I've really looked up to, and kind of like he said with Danny, have just taken me under their wing since I've gotten here, and it's just they've been great guys to look up to and learn from, and just how they go about doing everything is great.